Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have more RPG goodness. We've got Pathfinder Map Pack, Fungus Forest. Contains 18 full map tiles, wet, dry, and permanent markers erased from the tiles. And this comes from our good friends over at Paizo. We've taken a liking to it. No underground adventure, fey excursion, or foray into forest depths is complete without a morass of maze-like mythology. The Pathfinder Map Pack provides beautifully illustrated 5x8 map tiles that can be used whether you need to infest a single corner of a tavern or flesh out an entire forest. Inside, you'll find 18 richly crafted map tiles with features like choke point entry, dead end, hidden spring, phosphorant island, stagnant pond, or tight passageway. Game Master should always be prepared whenever characters decide to stalk the dank depths. With Pathfinder Map Pack Fungus Forest, you'll be ready to take your players into a twisting fungal landscape packed to the gills with twists, turns, and tight spaces, and maybe even a dead end. Again, it's brought to you by Paizo Incorporated. For more information, go to paizo.com. Maps. Retail value, $14.99. It was released in 2017. So let's crack open this bad boy and see what kind of goodness is on the inside. That was quite a tongue twister reading the back of that. I'll be very, very honest with you with that one. That was a little trickier than usual. All right, so let's see what we got here inside this map pack. There's a fungus among us, as they say. All right, so it is, everything's out. So let's take a look at these, what we got here. Nothing in the back, only in the front. So again, each square is 1 inch. So there you go, there's one of them. The second one. Again, how you put these together is totally 100% up to you. Put that like that if we want. So there's another one. So again, as you're putting your map together, you can put this any kind of way that you want. You could do it that way, or you could flip it this way. So it's going to another direction that way, see? Again, you fill up the map exactly the way you want to, use it. Again, this could be used for Pathfinder, it could be used for Starfinder, Mothership, Dungeon Crawl Classics, anything that you can dream of and think of, you can use these for. But of course, Paizo does a fantastic job when you look at the intricacy of the maps, the cartography. You take a look at the use of colors, the level of detail. They always do a phenomenal job. Of course, you know, this is only one side, so this can be laid down on anything that you want to use for any type of map that you have. You could lay it down and say, hey, there's fungus among us. So again, you see all the variety of types there. Lots and lots of spores. Very cool. Again, your characters walking among these, if they touch them, they could break them and spores pop out. Lots of things could be going on in this. So again, if I want to, I can just really quickly go out and go like this. Put these together like so. Let's move this down to here. So I just want to put them, just hypothetically, if I want to lay a map like that, right? Let's just say I want to put it out here. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, here, that's what's open. So I'll put that one here like so. So if I want to lay the map out like that, I can. Again, there's lots of ways to put a map together, obviously. And just for demonstration purposes, I could show you what it looks like. If I have a couple characters just laying around, I could show you what they kind of look like as they're walking through here. Put this guy over here. We got a goblin running after him. We got our Mr. Pawn standing up back here. Our butler back there going, what's going on here? Could throw a Starfinder guy in there too. What else we got here? And some kind of creature popping out. Coming out of the spore, coming after him with it behind him. Of course, you can use a regular pawn from a regular game, or you can even use one from a board game that looks like this. There you go. So again, what you're seeing here, again, none of these items are part of the purchase of this pack of maps, but at the same time, I'm just using them to show you how the figures, the different colors, the different characters. You have some pawns, you have regular, some standees, you have some pawns from regular board games, and you have whatchamacallit, you have some regular painted figures, and of course you have just a butler back here hanging out. All these can be used as characters, or if you don't have option of having, if you don't have any standees, if you don't have any pawns, if you don't have Dungeon Dragons figures, if you don't have a butler, and if you don't have some painted up miniatures, you can use dry erase. You can use a marker, put an X here for a villain, a 0 for one of your characters. Again, put an arrow there showing that they're attacking. And the reality is that you put your X's and your O's wherever you want them to be, however they're attacking, whatever their movement is. And then as soon as you're done, you wet it a little bit, you rub it, it comes right up because it's dry erase. Again, I never use permanent markers. I always say this during all the videos and all the unboxings I've done for various different map tiles that Paizo or Cobalt Press or anybody else puts out, because I've never used permanent markers. So I wouldn't recommend doing that because I've never done it. But at the same time, the reality is that I want to make sure that you keep your tiles in good shape. But again, if you want to just use markers, dry erase markers, you can use them, and that way you don't even need standees, you don't need figures, you don't need anything else. So that's that map there. I believe we looked at these all already, which we did. I'm just going to throw that on top of here like that and just show it to you one more time. Put it there, and let's keep going. Again, once again, all the figures that were shown today are for demonstration purposes only and are not included in the unboxing and are not included part of this map pack. Again, these are one-sided only. What would have been cool in a map pack like this too would have been these as, again, as full mushrooms. And the back side, you could have made that where the spores are, where they were all exposed, where they were cut or they were broken, and just have mounds of dust or whatever going around. But there you go. And you can tell how it's tight going through there. Yeah. Very, very cool. Again, block the roadway there, you block the walkway there. You open up to another one. You lay them down as you want to lay them down. Put a wall there and a wall there. There you go. So again, however you want to lay these out, it's 125% or 1,000% your choice. Again, 1-inch squares meaning 5-foot movement. Again, for Pathfinder and for Starfinder, you're walking here. If you want to go from here to here, it's 10 feet. Here to here, it's 5 feet. There you go. And we got another one here. Again, these are pretty awesome. Again, we have a fungus among us, as they say. And here you got a little bit of water here too, which is really cool. And that one matches with this last one we have here. I'll show you there. Which is really cool. And you put these two together like Bizarre, and now you got a whole Karen. So cool. That could be your starting point right there if you want, or just be part of going off the map to another section. It's that simple. And there you have it. That's everything that's included. And this concludes our unboxing of Pathfinder Map Pack Fungus Forest. It contains 18 full color map tiles, wet, dry, and permanent markers erased from the tiles. Brought to you by the great people over at Paizo. For more information, go to paizo.com/maps. And as always, or paizo.com/Pathfinder. As always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you could always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You could also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.